and me and my sister are getting drinks, whatever, and I see you like getting up and coming to us, and I'm like, he is not about to come up to us. What is he doing? And you come up and just...
Welcome into the podcast, a back-to-back episode of Living Large. Damn, it feels good to say that. If you guys are returning, please drop a like. It helps us in the algorithm. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And if you're listening on a podcast app, rate us 5 stars so we can climb the charts. Today's interview is with my good friend ADELIA Clark.
Hi.
She's 26 years old. She has a twin sister.
Twin.
She's from Estonia. She moved to Iowa, then she moved to Los Angeles. And fun fact, guys, I've talked about her on the podcast before. She is the girl that I ghosted.
I cannot wait for that.
And she's been so kind to be back in my life and come on the podcast. And we talked about it. Little drama. And also, guys, the reason I wanted to have her on the episode is because I have a lot of entertainers on here that make their living in social media and having a following. And she makes her living with a real job.
Real job, yeah.
She works at Pretty Little Thing. And I wanted to show you guys that you can move out to Los Angeles and make it happen. You make things work and not have to be an influencer.
Right.
And have a real job. I'm putting that in air quotes if you guys are listening. So she'll talk about some of the struggles that she's had over the years and how she manages to live life in this expensive ass city. So yeah, did you have fun this episode?
I did. You were hitting me with a lot of questions, though.
Yeah, I hit her hard with the questions. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Let's hop into it. Welcome into the podcast.
Thank you.
So I thought it'd be cool. I think everybody does interviews about, how did you become a social media star? How did you become a YouTuber? How did you become a musician, a writer? I've had everybody, the whole 9 yards on the podcast. And I thought it'd be cool because I feel like a lot of people listening are interested in moving to Los Angeles, but they're like, oh, I can't just move to LA and be a YouTuber.
Right.
I can't just move to LA and hope to be a musician or an actor. But you're someone that's moved to Los Angeles from Iowa.
Yeah.
And you're not in the social media world. You're not an actress. You're not, you have a job.
Yeah.
Like you have a real job. Talk about your job.
So I'm in the fashion industry. I work for Pretty Little Thing.
Which everyone and their mother wears on social media.
That's right.
Yeah.
We host events. We work with influencers. So, I work with influencers, host events.
But what is your job specifically? Don't you reach out to like micro influencers, I would say?
Kind of, yeah. I pretty much assist, kind of everyone. I do like more of like the smaller things, like kind of like a receptionist, but like not. I do way more than that.
Right.
But yeah, I'm starting to like build my roster up, you know what I mean? Like to kind of move up whenever I do. But yeah. So
I feel like, her job basically, Pretty Little Thing is an e-commerce store, right? They only sell
it's
online.
like a fast fashion brand. Mm-hmm.
So e-commerce, for those of you guys that don't know, is just they sell stuff online. That's it. There's a store in Los Angeles, which she works out of.
It's not a store, it's a showroom.
It's a showroom, I'm sorry. Basically, influencers, females, they come in, they try on clothes, they take the clothes, they post for them. Do they pay or do they just give free clothes?
They just give free clothes. They don't pay, yeah.
So it's just like a gift and
it's like a
girls just want free clothes.
Yeah, like a gifting suite. So they come in, pick a couple items out, take videos, photos. They don't have to post. It's not like an obligation to post, but if they do end up wearing our stuff in a post, like we just ask to tag.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Which, that's always been an interesting thing in my opinion coming from the social media world. It's like that type of stuff, like posting for free stuff.
Yeah.
To an extent, in my opinion, devalues social media creators.
Right.
Because it's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to post an Instagram photo for a free pair of jeans that costs $50. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I've never been one. I did it back in the day when I was like, oh, this is so cool. This is cool. But I think it gets to a certain point where it's like, okay, I can just buy my own stuff.
Right.
But that's interesting. So when you first moved out here, you went to college, right?
Yes, I moved here and I went to a fashion institute.
You went to FITM?
FITM.
Okay. Talk about you making the decision. Well, let's backtrack before we get to like LA because you're a Midwest girl. Well, not exactly. Where were you born?
Estonia.
You were born in Estonia.
Yes.
And then tell about like your backstory.
I was born in Estonia. If anyone knows that.
I don't even know where that is.
Right by Russia.
Okay.
long story, whatever. Born in Europe.
With another girl.
A twin.
She has a twin sister. Not to sound weird.
With a twin sister. Yeah. And then, when we were like really little, my mom met a guy online.
Online?
Yeah.
Like before Facebook and Tinder days?
Yeah, I think it was like maybe like a dating site. I don't know.
Like ChristianMingle.com?
Yes.
Actually?
No.
Oh.
I don't know, but they started talking, like they mingled. They actually wrote letters to each other.
Wow, old fashioned.
Yeah, like really old fashioned, and like emails. And then she found like a woman that spoke English. And so that woman taught my mom how to speak English and like everything like that. So she could communicate with this guy, you know?
Oh, okay. He
so
was
she taught English.
American. Got it.
Yep. And then, they talked for a while, and then he came and visited our family all the way over there. And then all of a sudden we're moving.
Oh.
No, I was 6 or 7 at the time.
Got it. Yeah. Oh, so she met a new man.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yep. And then, we moved. It happened also quickly. I do remember it, but
And then you moved to Iowa.
Moved to Iowa.
What was life like in Iowa? The cornfields.
Cornfields, lots of corn, lots of cows.
Yeah.
Not
much to do.
No.
So what made you make the decision, hey, I'm going to go to Los Angeles? Like, why did that even enter your mind? Because that's like, being from the Midwest, I'm taught, I mean, I'm sure it's a little bit different from you because I feel like just you made the journey to America.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I mean, I'm sure Estonia, everybody, like LA's talked about, but like for someone like me from Ohio, it's like, it's a dream to come to LA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, after high school, you know how your parents are like, you're going to go to college, and I never thought I'd go to college, to be honest. I wasn't like the best student in high school. So I was like not thinking about college, but I ended up going to college, like my first college right out of high school, and that didn't work out. So I came home, went to another like community college, and just to kind of like get a degree. And then while I was at the community college, I took a fashion class because I was just curious.
And this was in Iowa?
Iowa.
Got it.
And it made me like really curious. So then I went home, literally Googled top 10 fashion schools, and FITM was one of them.
And then you were just like, fuck it, I'm moving out here?
I literally applied that day. And the next day, this lady called me, and she was my like, I don't know, I guess someone that would help me go through all the stuff.
Counselor, whatever.
And you had to do this giant project, like this crazy project, and then send it in and get like approved or whatever, and get into the school. And it took me 8 months.
Did you graduate? Okay, so you have your degree.
Yes.
Do you use your degree?
Right now I do, yeah.
Oh, you do? But you didn't before. You worked at Tao, which is a really nice restaurant. Really good food. So that's interesting because, I mean, but you didn't need your degree to get the job that you have. Did you? Like, were they like, oh, send me your resume?
Yeah, I mean, I had to do that. A pretty little thing. Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why did you decide, because you didn't get this pretty little thing job till this past year, why did you decide after college that you were going to stay in Los Angeles? And how did you make that work? Because LA is fucking expensive.
The thing is, I wasn't going to stay.
Okay.
I was going to keep going and do like my bachelor's and stuff like that.
Well, you should have gotten your bachelor's, no? Or does FITM a 2-year degree?
It's kind of confusing. Okay. Like there's like 1 year, 2 year, 4 year,
college
whatever.
Is for pussies. No, I'm just kidding. I went to college.
No, it didn't work out. And I couldn't go and do my bachelor's.
Right.
And so I was kind of fucked. And I was like, what do I do? Like, cause I was on financial aid. Like I was whatever. So I was like, do I go back home or I literally have to get a job? So I got a receptionist job, and the money I had left over from financial aid, I used on my first apartment that I'm in right now. And I stayed, and it was so hard. Yeah.
Talk about that, because I think, everyone's had their struggle in LA. I slept on an air mattress.
Yeah.
In a closet. George had a tiny ass apartment. But it was, I think you've definitely had more of a struggle, I would say.
Yeah.
And talk about that.
I did not have a lot of money coming like out of FITM because everything was paid for. And so I didn't have a job while I was going to school, so it's not like I was making any money. So yeah, I used whatever I had left over and put it all towards this apartment. And then my job that I had, which was a receptionist job, paid $12 an hour. So
is that minimum wage in California?
That's under minimum wage. The minimum wage I think is $13.25
in California.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, guys, that might be high if you're listening in Middle America or whatever.
Right.
But in LA, cost of living is probably 4 times
insane.
Where we grew up.
Yeah. So
you were working what, 10 hours a day, or
not even, like I wasn't even making.
So you're making like $100 a day?
Probably not even.
Not even?
Like maybe my paychecks were, nothing compared to what I'm making now. But yeah.
But you got by.
I got by.
What was that like? Because your sister was here, yeah, or no? Not yet. Your sister hadn't moved out here yet. So we'll talk about your apartment.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cute little apartment. I could afford it.
Yeah.
Now I can. Yeah, I don't know. But
how many people lived with you? It's a 2-bedroom.
It was a 2-bedroom. It was just me and my very first roommate that I met like on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was like a random girl. Hit me up. Hey, you want a room? I found this apartment. I was like, yeah, let's go. Signing the lease was like so hard for me because I've never had an apartment before. And I was like thinking about the money situation of it. I was like, oh my God, if I don't have enough money next month, I don't know what I'm going to do.
So you were living month to month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, I mean, I cried a lot.
Well, this is what I want to hear
about. I kept
about.
looking for jobs. Well, I mean, obviously I had a job, but I kept looking for jobs to pay more. Yeah, better, anything. And then I found Tao, and that helped a lot. And that was like more consistent and a lot more money.
2 jobs where you can?
No, after I found Tao, I just was working with Tao. And then, yeah, I was working with Tao, and I was consistent. Hated it, but it paid the bills.
Well, you weren't on the restaurant business, were you?
No, I worked internally. Okay. So I did like reservations and like just worked in the offices.
Okay.
So it was like a daytime job.
Serve tables or anything?
No.
Okay.
No. Just in the offices.
So yeah, I want to hear about like the struggle. I want to like, what was that like when you're living month to month in this big ass city? You're from Iowa. You went to college here, but now you're like in the real world. What are some things that you found like that you can remember that you're like had to do? Like, did you have to go without eating, or did you like, do you remember any moments that were like, fuck, like, I don't know if I could survive out here anymore. I might have to move back. Like, did you ever have a moment like that?
I don't really remember. I don't know. Definitely the whole food thing. Yeah. I'd never wanted to tell my mom like how bad some nights were, like some days were, you know, because I didn't want her to worry or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, I bought ramen all the time. That's all I got. Or I would go to McDonald's to get $1 McChicken. So yeah, it was like hard. Or, if I was invited to a promoter dinner, I'd be like, hell yeah, free food. And I'd be like, free dinner. So yeah, I honestly did whatever I could. But yeah.
Was there ever a moment where you were like, because I know a lot of girls out here do this. They'll get on Tinder and they'll like try to go on a date with a guy just to like feed themselves.
I did not do that.
You didn't do that? No. At least you have some integrity.
I'm too shy for that.
But you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So your sister then moved out here, your twin sister, and you guys lived in the 2-bedroom with 3 people. You shared a room with her.
Yeah.
For how long?
So when she moved here, we shared a room for 4 months in that tiny little room. So there's 3 of us. Yeah. And then when my other roommate moved out, then we kind of got settled in. But
so it's just you and your sister now.
So now it's just me and Lyra. Yeah.
What do you find yourself like? I know that's. I mean, we're getting personal, Like when you first moved out here, what was it like building friends and making connections? Because it's interesting to me, because I've always been in this social media world. And while I say like, oh yeah, I slept in a closet and I lived with 10 people in a 2-bedroom apartment, it was a penthouse with Logan Paul. You know what I'm saying? Like, things could have been worse. Yo, guys, I interrupt this episode of the podcast to let you know that this episode is brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-belt grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Jingle balls to the walls, fellas. Listen up. Untrimmed pubes, they're a thing of the past. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to go down there and deal with freaking bushes and hedges to trim. I, for one, back in the day, was shaving with a normal razor, and I got the worst razor burn of my life. And let me tell you, that shit burns. That's why you got to use Manscaped. They're a revolutionary company. They have redesigned the electric trimmer. Their Lawnmower 2.0 has proprietary advanced skin-safe technology, so this trimmer won't nick or snag your nutsack. It's also waterproof, so you can use it in the shower.
Damn.
And mom won't have to clean up after you. Honestly, I love reading these ad reads, and this is the third time Manscaped has come back for the show, so you guys must be loving this stuff. I have 2 of the razors, one for the, shaving up and trimming up, and another for the family jewels.
Oh my God.
You don't want sweaty and stinky balls either. It comes with a crop reviver. You spray that stuff on. Preserves your balls from sweating, smelling, sticking, all those bad things. They smell good, manly, attractive. So if ADELIA or anybody wants to, for whatever reason, sniff your nutsack, then it's going to be feeling good. I'm hooking up the men and women if you want it. 20% off and free shipping with the code MARK, M-A-R-K, at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code MARK at manscaped.com. 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code MARK. Clean up your nuts and make Santa proud this year.
Damn.
And Mrs. Claus.
Going to FITM, I did not have a lot of friends at all because everyone was really cliquey. So I didn't know anybody. And then when I started working at a school, I only knew my work friends. So they were just normal people. I don't know. But I never.
When did you get because, all right, so I met you through Brendan North, actually.
Yeah.
If you guys I met Brendan through George, and he worked for Logan. I worked for Logan. We both worked for Logan.
It's like a circle of life.
Yeah, I met you through Brendan North. But it's interesting because you aren't in the social media space. But I always fucking see you at parties where everyone's a social media influencer.
Yeah.
So how did you get into that world?
I don't know. I just started meeting people randomly.
Social media is cliquey.
Yeah, it's and it's LA is such a small world.
Yeah.
You think it's huge.
No, everybody knows everybody.
Everyone knows everybody. So it's weird. I met Brenda North through my friend that knows influencers. He's not an influencer, but he knows influencers.
Yeah.
So it's just weird little circle. I just kept meeting new people, and then they knew people, and then they knew people, and then they knew people. So it's I knew of social media people and YouTubers, but I've never was oh yeah, I know him.
Yeah. It's when you hang out with, social media influencers, they're very flashy. Yeah. Like Gucci this and all these nice things, right? How do you, do you sit and say or how do you separate yourself and say do you sit and are you jealous? Are you I want that life. I want those things.
Not
because you've never really been like that, in my opinion.
No, not really.
How do you maintain that and not care about damn, she's crushing it. She has 1 million followers and has this Balenciaga bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How do you?
I mean, I've definitely thought about it.
Yeah.
Damn, I want to be an influencer. What if I was an influencer? But I never wanted to be an influencer, but
why is that?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know. I've just never thought about it. I'm shy. I'm quiet. Not that everyone is shy and quiet, but
yeah. I mean, a lot of YouTubers, to be honest, are.
Yeah.
If you meet them in real life, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
I've seen your YouTube videos, but in real life,
you're not exactly
you're not like that.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, when I look at them, I'm jealous of what they have, but I came from such a different world, I guess, that it doesn't really, I don't know, it just doesn't faze me.
Yeah.
Just like, cool, yeah, like you're so pretty, you have so many followers, but like I'm in such a different world. Like I have a real job.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm just like so around not YouTubers that I'm just not.
And it's kind of cool. Like she's a perfect example, guys, of like you can move out here and make it happen without like, and even your sister, she has a real job too, but she was like working on YouTube in her free time.
Like before she moved
Yeah.
here, yeah.
You could still have a job. And I think that's the one thing that people think, at least when I meet them out here, like say a girl, I'll meet her and she'll be like, have 60,000 followers and her friends have 500,000 or 1 million. And she thinks that, you know, since her friends are full-time influencers, she can be a full-time influencer, but there's nothing wrong with like having a job.
Yeah.
You know, and like I tell girls that all the time that want to be an influencer. I'm like, yo, it's cool to have like, get a nightlife job.
Right.
Like be a bartender, be a club girl. But during the day, that's when you focus on social media. But you got to be able to pay the bills. You got to set pride and ego aside. And you have to understand too that everybody in life goes at a different pace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can't compare yourself to other people and be like, oh, she has 1 million. Why does she have 1 million and I don't? Well, it's like, focus on what you have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, a lot of people get caught up in like too prideful, and then they'll end up being moved back home. You've lived here for what, 5 years?
3.5.
Or 3.5 years, and you're still here. You're still making things work. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a fucking job.
Yeah.
Like you understand, like, oh fuck, I would love to be an influencer, but I'm not.
Right.
So like, I got to get a job and pay the bills, or I'm going back to Iowa.
Right.
Would you rather be in the situation you're in right now? This is a question, obviously. Would you rather be getting by how you're getting by right now in LA, or would you rather be comfortable in Iowa?
I would rather be here.
Why?
I just always thought there was more to me than being in Iowa. I was just somehow super different.
What is it about LA that makes you want to stay here?
I don't know.
Because everybody on the outside world is like, fuck LA.
Yeah.
LA's fake as fuck. Everybody there only cares about themselves.
Right.
So why would you want to stay here and get by here rather than be comfortable in Iowa?
I mean, it's like home now. I am like so, I don't know.
What are some things that LA's taught
I've
you?
made a life here. It's like a life that I want to live. I don't want to be in Iowa with people that I have nothing in common anymore, you know? So it's just like, I don't think I could ever move back. I made a life here. I have a job. I'm like structured. It's like, it just feels like home.
Yeah.
So
I agree too. And as much as I've like had my moments where I hate this place.
Yeah. Like like moments where I'm like, fuck this. Like I fucking hate LA.
But like, it's super cool. Like, especially because it is a small world. And like it's fun, you know, like you can do there's always something to do here. And sometimes I'm just driving down the road and I'm like, I cannot believe I live in LA. Like this is insane. It's like I went back home for Thanksgiving and everything closed at like 8 p.m. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like the pace at which LA moves is great. It's fast. Yeah. It's fun. You can always meet people that know people that somehow you're at Dan Bilzerian's birthday party. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like that is just LA, and it's so normal, and it's such a cool life, I feel like. And it's so cool that you were willing to give it a try. Yeah. And look, it's worked out. Yeah. Like everyone that's here and is still here is like they make it work.
Yeah. I mean, I've known a couple of friends from Iowa that moved out to LA and they moved back. And I'm like, dang, how did you do that? I don't know if I built, even being here for a year, you've built something. Like you've built a life here. How could you move back? Like that's such a dramatic change going back. Like it's so crazy. I couldn't do it. I don't know.
Let's shift gears here. Let's talk about, what did you think of me the first time you ever met me? Tell the people.
Well, you were wearing this stupid ass white beater and like sweatpants, and I was like, okay, I've definitely seen him before, but like he looks like a
douchebag.
I was like, who is this kid? But then like we like chilled here, like just me, you and Brennan, we were like chilling. And I thought you were really cool. I was like, dang, like you're dope. I feel like we really like vibed too, you know what I mean? I can definitely tell good
energy.
Yeah, like good energy from bad energy. But you were definitely good energy. So yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I was just looking for an ego boost after the
now his head is
looking at me as a douchebag. Yeah, that was funny. So guys, if you guys are listeners to the podcast, I've actually spoken about you before. ADELIA, this is so brave of her. ADELIA is the girl that I was speaking of that I ghosted. And she is such a sweet girl. And she accepted my apology at Dan Bilzerian's house. Talk about me ghosting you.
Okay, my version.
Your version. Give me your version. This is the drama, dude. This is real life
my
right
heart
here.
is beating.
I know.
I feel like we're confronting the entire world right now. So we met.
Yeah.
We started chatting, hung out quite a bit. You know, I live up the street. It's very easy to just come over.
Mile away. The only person I know that lives in Koreatown.
Yeah. So yeah, we hung out a while for a month and a half, whatever.
Was it that long? Wow.
It was like almost 2 months.
Wow.
Just keeping track, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, like one day I was saying bye to you. I left and I never heard from you.
Never heard from you again?
I never got a text. I never got a call. I was just like, got a blast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never heard from you. And I was just like, I'm the kind of person that like doesn't reach out to the other person and is like, why aren't we speaking? Why aren't you calling me? Why aren't you texting me? I'm so quiet that I just kind of let it be. And I mean, if this person doesn't want to talk to you, they don't want to freaking talk to you.
Yeah.
You know, people make time for the ones that they want to see, the ones that they want to talk to. So I just kind of like backed off, whatever. Yeah, weeks went by.
Come on.
Weeks went by. Days went by, hours, minutes. And then I saw you
at the club.
Yeah, I saw you at a friend's house. I came to yeah.
Is the rave thing?
Yeah, before we went to the club.
Okay.
Yeah, we were at a house. Didn't expect you to be there at all, so I was just like...
It was late, probably.
It was late, yeah.
I was pretty smacked.
No, you weren't. I don't think you were.
Are we talking about the same time? When your sister came up to me?
No.
Oh, this is a different time?
This is a different time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, refresh my memory.
After that. So we went for Justin's birthday. Justin.
Yeah, I saw you at the club.
Yeah, but we
Poppy.
were...
No, what was
Nightingale. But we were at the house before that with like everybody. It wasn't like, it was kind of like an intimate. Remember?
No.
You were that fucked up?
No, I wasn't. But I don't remember that. Anyways, continue.
Whatever. Ran into you there and we have not spoken like at all, right? Whatever. And me and my sister are getting drinks, whatever. And I see you like getting up and coming to us. And I'm like, he is not about to come up to us. What is he doing? And you come up and just are nice, say hi, hug my sister, like hi. And then you hug me. And then you look at me like, hi. Like you're like
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. And I'm like, hi. And then you left. And then we went to the club and we like mingled. Yeah. You know what I mean? It wasn't like anything crazy. But yeah. And then the next day I was like, hey, we should talk. Like we should chat about what happened.
And I was you're like,
no, really... you're good. No, I mean, we're good. We don't have to chat. I was like, no, like I really think we should just see what what went down.
And then I didn't respond.
You didn't respond.
Oh man, I'm such a fucking dick. Holy shit.
But everything worked out.
Yeah, I apologize. I owned up for my mistakes. Here's my thing. I also interrupt this episode of the podcast to let you know that this episode is brought to you by Hawthorne. You guys know how important it is to smell good. That's one of the things about me. How do I smell, Adelia?
You smell really good.
I always smell good. The cool thing about Hawthorne, I actually went on there. If you guys go on the website, you take a quiz. They ask you all these questions of the importance of how you want to smell. You know, what do you want your deodorant to do? How often do you shampoo? What kind of body soap do you guys use? And they tailor all of these questions towards you, and they will send you 2 colognes, one for work, one for play. They got deodorants, they got bars of soap, they got body wash, they got conditioners, they got shampoos, anything, whatever it may be that you guys need to smell good, they send it to you. How it works, like I said, you take a quick 2-minute quiz, and Hawthorne tells you the 2 colognes that are best for you. It's totally risk-free with free shipping and free returns. If you guys check out Hawthorne at Hawthorne, HAWTHORNE.com. That's Hawthorne with an E, and use my promo code LARGE to get 10% off your first purchase. That's Hawthorne.com, and use my code LARGE to get 10% off your purchase. Hawthorne.com, code LARGE, free shipping, free returns, and 10% off your first purchase.
Yeah, what's your thing? Give me your side.
Well, it's been so
story.
long. I don't even remember.
I know. Yeah. I feel like it's been forever. Like, I feel like I've known you for years.
But I talked about it in detail on the podcast. I fear people liking me, and I thought that you liked me. So I was like, fuck, what do I do? Stop talking to me.
We're hanging out every, day. Of course,
yeah,
I liked you.
But I wasn't in a place to like anyone.
No,
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, fuck, I'm getting flashbacks right now. I'm hanging out with this girl a lot.
Yeah.
We're being coupley, and I don't want to do that right now. So that was my immature way of doing that. And I've done that in the past. That's just like how I deal with it. And I know guys, this is one of those things that if you want advice from me, don't do what I do. Don't ghost people.
Yeah.
Because it sucks. Because on your end, you're like, probably thought, what did I do?
Damn, what'd I do?
Yeah, everything was going great. And then all of a sudden, this dude fell back into a bush and never saw him again.
Yeah.
But I'm glad. And I even went up to you. When I went up to you, I was like, acting like nothing happened. I was like, hey, oh my God, Adelia, so nice to see you. Like, give you a hug. And it was like, that's just me. I mean, I have no bad blood with anyone. It wasn't like that I did it in like you did anything. You know
and I'm not the kind of person in public where I'm like, why are you coming up to me?
Yeah.
Like,
you did unfollow me on Instagram, though. That hurt a little bit. I was like, damn, she fucking unfollowed me? Because I was wondering, I was like, she hasn't liked my photos in a while, so I went to check to see if you're following me. Nope. Hit me with that unfollow.
I'm sorry.
And I hit you with the unfollow.
You hit me with the unfollow, and I know I unfollowed you, but damn, that hurt.
But okay, so then after the ghost, I saw you, and then you reached out, and you're like, hey, can we talk? And then I didn't respond.
Yeah.
And then I saw you at Dan Bilzerian's.
Dan Bilzerian's, yeah.
And I came up to you, right? Mm-hmm, and I was like, hey, you want to chat or something like that?
Yep.
And I chucked you in the corner.
We went in this little corner.
Back right corner of Dan Bilzerian's house, and we were sitting Indian style.
You have no idea how many people DM'd me and were like, what were you and Mark doing in this corner?
Really?
Yes. My sister literally was like videotaping us. I'm like, what?
We talked for like an hour.
We talked for a really long time.
I was a little tipsy.
I was too.
You were too. Made things
I feel like that was
smooth over a lot better.
Yeah.
And thankfully, Adelia accepted my apology. We're hanging out. We're good.
We're on the same page.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just her birthday. She turned 26, her and her twin. And I got her McDonald's gift card. And an Iowa Hawkeyes jacket. Yeah. So I made up for it, guys. Not that buying gifts makes up for things. Hopefully it did. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe a couple more would.
Oh, okay. All right, so I had to turn on the AC because I was hot, and now Adelia is cold. So now, hold on, bear with me. I need to take off my shirt because I'm fucking sweating right now because you're making me uncomfortable.
Yes, take it off.
And we're back. Guys, I am stressed right now. Let me talk about it. Trying to plan my music video.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm shooting it tomorrow. You guys are listening today. Tomorrow I'm shooting the video. It's very last minute, right before Christmas. What bothers me is everyone just seems that they want to check out in December. Right. They're like, hey, I'm just going to wait till 2020, you know? It's right around the corner. Me, don't fucking buy that. Right. I was like, yo, I'm going to get a head start. When I got back from Thanksgiving, I was like, I never want to go back to Ohio again. I'm going to work my ass off, and that's what I've been doing. I've been working every day, planning this music video. I had a lead girl. Unfortunately now, today, she canceled. So now I have one day to find the lead girl in my music video, and I am stressed like no other. I've been DMing random girls.
That's not creepy.
Yeah. Hey, want to be in my music video? I'm a YouTuber. I think that's the hardest thing. It's because, like, you guys heard my first song, hopefully. I'm rolling my sleeves up because I'm, like, hot. And I've been working out. And I would say that my music is not, like, YouTuber music.
I don't think it... I mean, no.
It's like normal music.
I think it's normal, yeah. I hear it every second that I'm with you.
Yeah, yeah.
I know all the lyrics to him, so...
And they're not out yet.
No, they're good.
Thank you. But, like, I don't know. I got a lot of responses on my first song. And it was crazy to me because my song came out 2 years ago. And this past year, I got a thing from Spotify. It had 500,000 streams on Spotify. I was like, whoa, 2 years later, it's still getting 500,000. Right. So, like, that's pretty dope. And that says something. And a lot of you guys enjoyed it. And it's really inspiring because you said it's like, oh, this is like the best YouTuber song that I've heard. Yeah. And that's definitely something I want to transition into. And the reason I'm stressed is because it's like changing careers, you know?
Yeah, it's scary, but it's like exciting, you know?
It's really scary. And it's all last minute. I'm shooting it. Like, I have everybody ready, but the lead girl.
Right. It's like...
And the whole reason is, like, I don't want to have the lead girl be like an influencer. I don't want her to be in my circle. Like, I just asked my friend to be in my music video. I like actually want an actress. Right. So that's been the hardest thing to find, especially right around the holidays. Everybody is going home and I'm not. Oh, I want to talk about that.
I'm not either.
You're not going home either.
No, what are we doing?
What is it like not going home? Because you haven't gone home for Christmas in how long?
I haven't gone home for Christmas in like 3 years.
That's insane.
I go in the summertime, but like, you know, Christmas time, it's like family time. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a really long time.
You go home probably once a year, yeah?
Yep.
What is it like only seeing your family once a year? Does that bother you?
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, I talk to them every day, so I FaceTime my mom as much as I could.
Now, does your dad live in America?
No.
Oh, he lives in Estonia?
My birth dad, yes.
Your birth dad, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about that.
We don't talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm used to it because it's been so long, but yeah, I mean, I have a full-time job. I can't just get up and leave for a week, or if I do go home for a week, it's like, oh, there's a week of no pay. Yeah. You got to kind of think about that, you know? Right.
And flights during the holidays are like expensive
a lot.
as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. It's so insane. Like, you never, like, someone like me takes shit like that for granted, you know? And I feel like a dickhead because it's like, I mean, I used to not be able to go home as well when I first moved out here. And I was like, it sucked for sure because like flights are so expensive and it's like, I can't really just like spend $700 to go home right now.
Right.
You know,
like that's a lot of money to fly over there. Yeah.
What are your plans for Christmas?
I don't know. Well, I'm working, obviously.
On Christmas Day?
No, I have Christmas Day off. I don't know if I have Christmas Eve off, but.
Oh, wow.
I don't
know. I think LA's already shut down, if we're being honest.
I mean, I've been here when it's like during Christmas and it's so quiet. It's freaky.
Really?
Yes, it's like an apocalypse.
No one's here.
No one's here.
I went to Big Bear for Christmas 2 years ago. That was the first time ever away for Christmas. This is the second time in 3 years I won't be home for Christmas. Sorry, I'm like burping. I just finished a coffee. It's 10:30 at night, guys, when we're filming this. That's how stressful life has been. Talk about dating in LA. Aside from me and you's experience. We're not dating, guys, by the way.
No, we're not dating.
We were talking. That's what people call dating. We were speaking to each other.
I think we were chatting.
Yeah.
Whatever.
George calls that dating.
Yeah, see,
he says talking to a girl is dating.
So then when you're a girlfriend, boyfriend, then what does that mean?
You're in a relationship.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So what's dating in LA like? You had your heart broken once, twice. Once. What was that like?
It sucked.
What happened?
He left me for someone.
Oh, wow. He met someone else?
He did.
It's happened to a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys. No, dating is interesting. It kind of sucks.
In LA?
I'm not going to lie. But I feel like...
Why is that?
I feel like you guys have way more options.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, so many more options. And we don't have shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's either like, you're a douche or you're a weirdo.
I think the whole thing about LA and the reason it's difficult in dating is because that is a reality. There are so many options. So it's like a guy is like, fuck, I don't want to settle down with one girl.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many options. I want to be single in LA. And then also, where was I going with this? I had something else in my mind. I forgot. Intentions. Like, some people just don't want to date. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's all right place, right time. Like, for example, our scenario. Like, I wasn't in, and I'm not to this day in any shape or form ready to date anyone.
Right.
Like, I don't want to feel like emotions for someone else right now.
Right. Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's like, I mean, I feel like that's understandable. I'm at a point where I want to focus on my career again. And I did that shit for 2 years.
Right.
It's a long time.
A long time.
And I haven't even been single a year. Why would I want to hop right into another relationship?
Right. I mean, you could have told me that when. What?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I feel like I did, but I'm very bad at like.
I feel like we just
directly saying things like that.
We just didn't confront each other and like kind of talk about it. And I feel like we definitely should have, but we both kind of knew that we needed to talk, but we just never did.
Yeah.
So then we just kind of
like your sister,
ignored the fact.
Who she's talking to right now. You know, you jump into something, you move fast, everything's fun, and then you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is going way too fast.
Yeah.
I'm getting flashbacks.
Yeah.
This is not what I want.
Right.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
I think jumping into stuff way too quick, I think that's very common. Like, it's like honeymoon shit, you know? Like, oh, I enjoy their company. Like, we have a good time. We're having fun. All this stuff. What questions do you have for me?
What did you think of me when you first met me?
Thought your twin was hotter. Next question.
That's fucked.
I'm kidding. No, I thought you were cute, adorable, and you had a really good energy. I liked your vibe. Like the fact that, what time did you come over? Like 10?
Yeah. It was like 9:30, 10. Yeah.
I thought it was cool because Brandon North was here and we were like, oh, let's go out. And he's like, oh, you want to have like a pregame at your house? I was like, yeah, sure, come through. He's like, oh, I know like twins that live in Koreatown. Should I invite them over? I was like, yeah, invite them over. And then you came and your sister didn't. So I was like, oh yeah,
high as fuck.
You're way cooler. And you didn't go out with us either. You were like, yeah, I'll come by and like have a drink, but I'm just going to go home. And we were like, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like an independent woman, like,
yeah.
It's like, I'm too cool for you type vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you're cool. And I actually still to this day, I think you have the best style.
Thank you.
Like, your outfits are always fire. I don't know where you come up with this shit. But
thanks.
you're going to be my stylist one day.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of helping you out a little bit.
Yeah, she's been helping me. We actually went shopping together. She helped me pick out outfits for my music video. And you've helped me like rough up some pants.
Yeah.
Because you know what you're doing. And she got me this necklace. What is your overall goal in life? Do you want to work at Pretty Little Thing the rest of your life? Do you have dreams? Do you have aspirations? Are you taking it day by day? What is it?
I think at first I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I mean, I like working like with influencers and stuff and being in the social media world, but not in it, like working for it, I guess.
Yeah.
So I want to actually start my own creative agency one day. It just takes a while, you know, you got to know the right people, blah, blah, blah. So that's like what I'm thinking right now, but I mean, it could change tomorrow or, you know, but I like where I am now.
You're 26 years old now. Do you feel like time's ticking? God, I'm just fucking hammering you today. Sometimes
I do. I'm not going to lie. And sometimes I think about it and I'm like, I'm so young still. You know, it's.
I mean, you look fucking 18, so maybe even 15.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's both. It's like definitely both. Like, do you?
Do I feel like time's ticking? I feel like I feel the best I've ever felt.
Yeah.
In terms of my physique, in terms of my mental. I feel like I'm 21 again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I definitely was depressed for a whole year.
Right.
And it sucked.
Yeah.
But I finally got out of that and started looking at things on the bright side again. I had to ask myself, like, why is it that I moved to LA? What is the reason that I did? And regain that purpose. And finding that purpose and staying busy is what I've learned is like, that keeps me going.
Yeah.
And motivated, like going to the gym and then looking at myself in the mirror and just seeing the littlest result. It gets me to the gym the next day and the next day. And those little wins show me like instant gratification for the big wins that are to come.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Yeah. And I definitely, there was a period of time where I didn't believe in myself and I believe in myself again. You know, even I use other people not believing in me as fuel, you know, like I use it as fuel where when someone says, oh no, I don't want to be in your music video because you're a YouTuber. Right. I want my music video to do fucking great, so then I can be like, you should have been in this music video.
Right. Like,
don't fucking underestimate me.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff really motivates me and drives me. So I'm looking forward to the second half of my career. Yeah. I'm scared. Yeah. But got to pull motivation from somewhere, you know, and look at the bright side. Yeah. And I got to learn, like, that's what attracted people to me. Yeah. That's what attracted you to me, my energy, my good energy. But then I went through a time. This is when I wasn't talking to you, when I was like questioning everything and I was lost. And
before we met?
After we met, I was just not happy. Yeah. So, but yeah.
It's because I wasn't in your life.
Yeah. I can vent to you. I can have real conversations with you. That's what's dope.
Yeah.
That's why you're a great friend.
Yeah, you are too.
She texted me something and she was like, I don't want to be mushy, but you're just a dope human being.
Well, what was I going to say?
This was the most personal podcast I feel like I've ever done.
I feel like I'm under pressure right now.
Yeah, I felt like I hammered you a little hard, but I was trying to dig deep and like really ask the hard questions that like people want to know the answers to, you know? Yeah. And in no way, shape, or form was I trying to like make you feel like, you know, you are who you are, and that the situation you're in and you've been in is you. Yeah. And it's like I said, everybody moves at their own pace. And I think what my goal was in interviewing you was like showing people that you can move to LA and you don't have to be flashy and rich and famous and a celebrity. Yeah. Like you can move here and live the same life that you lived in Iowa or the same life you lived in Ohio, but it's in LA. You have the beach. Yeah. You have the mountains. You have the desert. You have cool people you can meet and cool opportunities you can, like you're at the club popping bottles for free. Yep. You know, like you don't pay for drinks. Nope, never. So it is doable. Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks for being on.
You're welcome.
Thanks for calling me out. Well, I call myself out, but hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Living Large. Have a very Merry Christmas. I'm probably not going to post next week just because everybody's going to be at home with their families and you probably don't want to listen to my voice. What are we going to do? We're going to figure out something to do. Yeah. We don't know yet, but I hope you guys were able to learn and draw a little bit of motivation from this episode. And I'll see you guys in the new year. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays. Peace.